Hey everybody, it's Wednesday, and that means it's time for Pick a Stack. So we're at the end of April right now, and in Minnesota here, interestingly, the lawns are all lush and green. We don't have any snow, which is really nice. As I do the video, I get to sit here and look outside because there's big windows on the other side of the room, and it's just the sun's shining, there's blue sky, there's green grass, and it's just very utopic. We have our Garden of Eden, we have new earth, and it's just beautiful out. We had some nice rain yesterday, so that cleanses everything and makes everything grow. Today our backdrop is golden angel wings, and we've got this is Metatron's cube. We've got the flower of life at the bottom, which is right behind this gorgeous crystal, which is a universe unto itself. So the reason my guides told me to do this is like, we need to remember that we're all wrapped in wings of love. So I got this, it's a wrap, and it's from Sedona, and it's like I said, it's a reminder that we are wrapped in angelic love. And if you can just remember that as you're going through your day, I have to move the camera, there we go. Just know that as you go through your day, you're wrapped, you are guided, guarded, and protected. You are loved. So that's what today's theme is. Last week it was Earth Day, and we had the earth, and we are all one. And today it's just a reminder that you are cared about by more than just other 3D humans. You are cared about by many, many beings on a higher level, whether it's your ancestors, angels, archangels, ascended masters like Jesus and Mary the Magdalene and Mother Mary, Saint Germain, unicorns, dragons, whoever resonates with you, fairies, elves, they're all here as part of our team. And so today I'm supposed to just remind everybody about that. And I think that's part of why I was supposed to put 3 dragons in the spread as well. It takes me a while to set these up because I'm talking with my guides and they're telling me this is what needs to be in the picture today. This is what people need to see. So none of this is random. They kind of drive me crazy too, because it's like, okay, we need this. Oh shoot, where's that? So it's the end of April right now, but these videos, these readings are for whenever you listen to them. So if you don't listen to this for 3 more years, that's okay, because when you listen to it, that's when the time is right for you. So please keep that in mind. If you're new to Pick a Stack, what we've got here is we've got 3 stacks. This is stack 1, stack 2, stack 3. Each stack has a crystal and 3 cards, 1 oracle card and 2 tarot cards from 2 different decks. So your job, your mission is to choose, is to come up with an idea, an issue, or a question in your life, in someone else's life, or maybe about the whole world, and then select a stack. Now, having said that, you're not limited to just one. There's really no rules here. Listening to the video for all 3 stacks can be very helpful because maybe you chose stack number 2, but stack number 1 resonates with a different part of your life and stack number 3 resonates with a different part of your life. So I highly encourage you to listen to the whole video. My videos are usually about 30-35 minutes long. And you can fast forward if you like. But just know that there might be some information in one of the other stacks that might apply to you. All right? So having said all that, oh, one more thing. There is a description below the video. And it's kind of funny because I keep telling people this and then they say, well, where's this information? And I say, it's in the description below the video. What description? So if you look at the description below the video. You can add more details by clicking on that little, there's like a little arrow on the right side below the video, and it shows more details. So I put the decks that I use in there, and I put the crystals in there. I put other information like our Facebook page, our website, and where you can donate to our wonderful cause to keep us going. So please keep that in mind, that there are details in the description below the video. All right, now let's get started. So if you chose stack number 1, your crystal today is amethyst, and I chose this beautiful sparkly piece right here. We like our sparklies. Amethyst is a master healer, and it's very powerful, and it's very protective. This has a high vibration or high frequency. It resonates with the top chakras, so like the third eye and the crown, even the soul star chakra. It can promote love of the divine, selflessness, spiritual wisdom, activate the crown chakra. It increases a sense of responsibility and self-worth. If you sleep with it, it can help facilitate out-of-body experiences and intuitive dreams. You can also just put it on your third eye and meditate with it. Physically, it can help with headaches, insomnia, alcohol recovery, any blood issues, pain, stress, tension, bruising, injuries, skin, respiratory issues, and intestinal issues. Now, it does not mean you eat this, okay? It means you can carry it with you. Yes, you can sleep with a piece of amethyst. I suggest not a pokey one, maybe a smooth one. You can put it in the corner of your pillowcase so you don't lose it in your bed. Like I said, meditate with it. Put it as you're lying down flat, put it on your third eye. Put it on your stomach if that's where you're having the issues. Put it on your leg. I had a client who had foot surgery, and she was wearing a boot, and she stuck amethyst, smooth amethyst, in her boot, and it helped the healing process go much faster. So this is a very versatile crystal, and it's also very beautiful. So that is your crystal if you chose stack number 1. And your first card is from SpiritSong Tarot. It's card number 9, the Hermit. We've been getting this a lot lately. In this deck, the Hermit is represented by an adorable little koala bear, though. And if you look at the look on his face, he's content. He's in his tree. He's happy. And he's finding wisdom while he's in his tree by himself. So if you are in that hermit mode right now, this is the time when you're supposed to be rediscovering yourself, when you're looking inside yourself, when you're finding out the things that you don't like to do anymore versus the things that you really want to do. And if you really want to do something and you're not doing it, ask yourself why. Is it money? Is it time? Is it you're afraid of what others might think? Analyze that stuff. Look at it and decide, maybe I can do that. I'm going to use my trip to Arizona as an example. I didn't have the time or the money. The universe gave me the time and the money, and basically I didn't have any choice. So if you can make it your choice to do something that you're not doing now, that's a better way to go. So be that adorable little koala bear. Find happiness and joy in your solitude, in your little tree. Figure out what it is you want to do. Your next card is from the Druidcraft Tarot deck, and you get the Strength card. Now, interestingly, we've got this number 9 card, Major Arcana, number 8 card, Major Arcana. These are considered messages from the universe. They're the most powerful cards, the Major Arcana cards. You've got 8 and 9, which adds up to 17. which is an 8. And that's all about abundance and prosperity. But the Strength card, usually in tarot decks, it's someone with a lion. But in this deck, you have this boar. And it's usually a wild boar, wild lion. And the person that's with them, it's not that they've tamed the wild animal. It's that they're working with the wild animal. So we've got the domesticated one and the non-domesticated one working together. But this is also showing how strong and powerful you really are, especially as you're being your hermit in these times. You are stronger than you could ever possibly know. So maybe you need to be facing your fears. Maybe you need to be helping others. But I feel like you need to use your strength for good, for something positive. And it's more than just, doing yard work. So if you can look around you, see who needs your help. Oh, excuse me. I've been dusting. I shouldn't dust before I do a video. Your third card is the Salmon. It is from the Magical Menagerie deck. And it is the salmon. And let's see what the book says about salmon. I know I like to eat salmon. Is that bad? Let's see. Salmon is... Salmon. Salmon in Celtic myth is the oldest of all the animals and is consequently associated with great wisdom. Salmon inhabits the depths of the enchanted pool where he lives on the fruit of the tree of wisdom itself. The Celts reverenced water because lakes and ponds were regarded as entry points to the other world. Reference to sacred pools and water spirits are found throughout the Celtic lands. Salmon lives in these waters and therefore has occult knowledge and recall of ancient traditions and oral culture. Salmon conveys inspiration, eloquence, and creative ability, especially with respect to poetry and rhetoric. Salmon also refers to divination and to divine utterance. Such deep wisdom confers knowledge of past, present, future, and of past lives. Salmon represents the personal quest and insight. Salmon means openness to new experiences and ideas. So that fits right along with these other two cards. You're the hermit, you're going inside yourself, you're finding out, you're discovering your wisdom and joy in being by yourself. You're finding out how strong you are and how you can help others with your strength. And then the salmon brings in the divine. So it's very cool. I just love the look on that little koala's face. Find your joy in your solitude. Too many times in our society anyway, we're taught that being alone is not cool. It's, you hear about the woman who doesn't get married, she's the old maid, and ooh, that's bad. And when you're happy with just being by yourself, that shows how much you've grown. When you are satisfied that you can be alone, whether you're going for a walk or you're taking a bath or you're just sitting in the sunshine, and you can be content with that. You don't need to be with another person. That is true growth. Okay, so I just want you to think about that. That was stack number 1. If you chose stack number 2, your stone is Lodestone. And I'm leaving it in the bag because it's very dirty. What's cool is it's magnetic, so it has all these little spiky things on it. You can't see it probably, but it has these little magnetic spiky things. So lodestone is a naturally occurring magnetic iron ore and was originally used in compasses to help us find our way. Because they are magnetic, we can use them to attract the things that we want to us. It has a very strong vibration and can be used to balance your aura, bring your meridians and chakras into alignment, and ignite your psychic gift of telepathy. When used for personal healing, it is best to hold lodestone in each hand for balance. This will amplify its healing effects. It can also help you develop your intuition, aiding you with confidence in the flow of emotions that comes straight from divine source. So we have lodestone in our shop, and they come in little baggies like this. I wish you could see it looks like hairs almost. And think of the compass needle. You know, it's very fine. It would be like one of those little hairs. Okay, so lodestone is your crystal. And your first card is from the SpiritSong tarot deck. And it is the Three of Crystals. That is equivalent to the Three of Earth or the Three of Pentacles in other decks. And it is represented by the bee. And if you look closely, there's an 8 on the bee, or an infinity sign if you turn it this way. And think about the saying, busy as a bee. So in our times right now, there's people that are working and there's people that aren't working. If you're not working, you know, you have a choice. You can be looking for work. You can be working at home. And I mean like improving your home. You can be spending time with friends and family in various ways. You can be improving yourself. You can be doing things to help others. Just because you are, quote, stuck at home doesn't mean you have to just sit around and do nothing. It means you can be productive. But having said that, you can enjoy your time off. Maybe you really like to garden, so go outside and do some gardening if you can. Right now, I think it's too early to plant, you know, vegetables here in Minnesota, but we can go out and we can clean the gardens. We can, you know, rake leaves. We can dig up the soil and get things ready. So do things that you enjoy. But I think a really important part is, what part of you needs to keep busy? Is it your mind? Is it your physical body? Is it your emotional body? Is it your spiritual body? What part of you needs the activity? I know for me, my physical body needs activity. Definitely. But my mental body needs constant exercise. I need to keep my brain busy. So if you're not doing what you need to do, get busy as a bee. Figure out what that thing is. Also, this is the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Earth. So this is all about material things. Material things coming to you, maybe. It's so funny because, you know, I have to laugh. A lot of places are closed and it's hurting the economy, but the big box stores are having an awesome year. And Home Depot and Menards are so busy that, you know, they hardly know what to do because everybody's buying stuff to do home improvements. They're building decks. They're adding on. They're remodeling. They're doing all kinds of things. And it just kind of makes me laugh because it's like, we're getting things done that we need to do as consumers. But the big box stores are the ones that are winning out of all this. That part doesn't make me laugh. So anyway, Three of Crystals, Three of Earth, Three of Pentacles. Figure out what it is you need to do to make yourself busy enough. Now, this doesn't mean you have to be super busy, okay? You are allowed to have time for yourself, but figure out what it is you need to do. Is it your spiritual body, your mental body, your emotional body, or your physical body? Who needs to keep busy? Your next card is from the Druid Craft Tarot, and it's a major arcana card, and it's card number 10, which is the wheel. And the wheel, she's drawing a circle around herself. The wheel is something that, you think about, it goes around, right? It goes around and around and around. And it's like, if you don't deal with something, it will come back. The opportunity to deal with it will come back and present itself. So you might want to just deal with whatever it is you need to deal with. I know we've got a retrograde, Pluto in retrograde, I think it is, that's going to give us, yay, a new opportunity to work on things that we haven't worked on yet. Like facing our fears. We need to face our fears. Face the fears and then be done with it. Because once you get on the other side of that, it feels so much better. It's like, oh my gosh, okay, I can check that off my list. I don't have to be afraid of that anymore. Because I did it and I know I can do it. I don't have to do it again. I choose not to do it again. But I did deal with it and I can be done. And I think a lot of us in this lifetime, that's what we're dealing with, is we came here to face our fears and to deal with karma and balance things out. So if there's something that you're not facing, it could be forgiving somebody. It could be forgiving yourself. It could be, when I went on my trip, I faced a lot of fears, one of which was driving in very large cities through the downtown area. I don't like driving in lots of traffic. And of course, the universe made me drive through downtown Denver right at lunchtime. I was unnerved, yeah, but I did it. And I drove through Oklahoma City and I drove through Kansas City. And, so I'm driving through these big cities and I got the death grip on the steering wheel. But on the other side of the city, it's like, oh, okay, I did that. I can relax now. I did that and I know I can do it again. So that's just a small example. But if you think about driving through a city, you have the before part, the part where you're in the city, and then the after part. And that's a really good example for facing a fear. Usually the before part is where we psych ourselves out and we prepare for the worst. And we need to stop doing that. Instead of preparing for the worst and being all anxious, we need to change that anxiety into anticipation. Yay, I get to do this. I choose to do this. Okay? That changes the frequency of your emotions. It also changes your body's physical reaction. If you are feeling anxious, that's a low frequency emotion and your body tenses up. In not a good way. If you're feeling anticipation, like, woohoo, I get to do this, your body isn't tense. It actually relaxes and it produces chemicals that make you joyous. So change your anxiety into anticipation and deal with whatever fears you got. Your third card is from the Magical Menagerie deck, and it is not an animal, interestingly. I don't know this card at all. It's Quintessence. And let's see what the book says. Quintessence. Harmony. Quintessence means fifth element and refers to the ether or spiritual substrate from which the four elements and indeed all things arise. No beast as such represents quintessence, and it is more appropriate to associate it with the mysterious, imperceptible, awe-inspiring power of pure spirit. As such, it represents perfect balance and the direct apperception of the ultimate truth behind appearances. This is the mystical union in which all division is seen as illusory. All striving becomes unnecessary. This is a highly significant omen. It may indicate a need to stop and contemplate the inner truth, to look beyond the manifest world to something higher. Significant changes may be coming that will alter everything for the good. So this is an amazing, powerful card. You've got the wheel, you've got the 3 of earth or crystals, and you've got quintessence, which is spirit. Look to something higher. Face your fears and look to something higher. Wow, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. And the cool thing is you've got the lodestone, which is magnetic. So remember, whatever you think and feel, that's what you're going to attract. So let's think and feel positive, amazing, beautiful, loving things. If you chose stack number 3, excuse me, your crystal is the Celestite. And this one, I want you to see, if you can see that. This is a really cool one because it has these crystals right here on the edge. Not to mention all the pretty sparklies. Almost looks like the mouth of a dragon. Celestite. It's a stone for balance and can help stabilize the yin-yang values within one's energy field. It is a bright hope in days of despair, bringing calmness and harmony to one's life. Excellent for use in the pursuit of music, the arts, and in the quest for bliss. It works with the angelic realm. Celestite is an excellent healing stone and cleanses the area of affectation, transmuting pain and chaos into light and love. It has been used in the treatment of disorders of the eyes, to increase the range of hearing, and to balance mental dysfunctions. It can also facilitate the elimination of toxins of negativity and destruction, help with digestive orders, and in the treatment of a dysfunctional intestinal system. Now, what's interesting is we have Amethyst here and Celestite here, and they're both for digestion. So if you are holding things in emotionally, what happens is your digestive system starts having physical issues. So maybe one of the things that we need to look at in ourselves is, are we holding in our emotions, our stress, our anxiety? Because if we're doing that, we need to let it go, or you're going to start having, or will continue having, digestion problems. Okay. Your first card in stack number 3 is from the SpiritSong Tarot, and it's the beautiful buffalo, the 8 of crystals. This is also the 8 of earth, or the 8 of pentacles. And if you think about the buffalo is very big, very massive, and you know they kind of gently thunder along. If you ever watch buffalo when they're running, they're a force to be reckoned with. But when they're just standing there grazing, they're so gentle and sweet. So they have all this power, but they can also have that gentle side. And I think that's a really amazing way to be, the gentle giant kind of thing. You could stampede and cause chaos, or you can just be gentle and nurturing and loving. The 8 of crystals, 8 is the number of abundance. And because this is the 8 of crystals, it's also the card of prosperity. It can be progress, whether it's progress in you working on yourself, or maybe you have a project you're working on, part of your house, or you're working on something at your job or a new career. But this shows progress, abundance, prosperity. Good things are coming to you. And they're not coming to you in a small way. Okay, they're coming to you like a buffalo. Buffalo, big animal with lots of power. Okay, so abundance and prosperity is coming to you. And the cool thing is, you know, you look at the buffalo here and there's all these crystals down here. Of course, there's 8 of them, but they're big crystals. So this is definitely prosperity and abundance coming to you. Your next card is from the Druidcraft Tarot, and it's the Ace of Swords. So we went from the 8 of crystals with abundance and prosperity to the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is the Ace of Air. The swords and air is all about change. And it's a new beginning. It's Excalibur. It's someone coming out of the beyond and bringing you a new beginning. This is a great image because look at how powerful it is. Nothing else matters. Just this hand coming out of the water with this beautiful sword. This is new beginnings from a divine source. Combine that with this card, abundance and prosperity coming to you. Thank you. Boy, if you chose stack number 3, yay you. This is a very powerful combination. Good things are coming. And your third card is from the magical Menagerie, and it's the horse. So good things are coming to you, abundance, prosperity, and the horse says they're coming quickly. The horse in this picture is whitish. So I say coming from the light. All right, where is this horse? The only thing I don't like about the book is the animals, the cards are not in alphabetical order. The horse is power and freedom. Horse instantly conjures up images of swift movement with the abundance and prosperity and power. Across the face of the earth, an ease of travel, energy, stamina, and freedom. This freedom and lack of restraint permits exploration, both of this world and the other world. Horse evokes a sense of enthusiasm, nobility, grace, hope, and confidence. Horse represents the goddess herself and the land on which the horse runs. Horse is therefore indicative of power and the ability to bring change to whatever area is being worked on. So if you chose stack number 3, just know that coming swiftly and powerfully, here's more power. You've got abundance, prosperity, progress, whether it's in yourself or whatever projects you're working on or your career. And the divine is bringing you new beginnings. Beautiful. And this crystal works with the angels. So that's another affirmation of this divine message for you. So that is stack number 3. I hope you enjoyed this. I know I always do. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Many blessings of light, love, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, a strong immune system, and all good things. And you deserve all of it. Thank you, my beautiful soul family. Namaste.